Next morning, Scarloey and Rheneas were talking with Culdee when Duncan stormed in, followed by Sir Handel. "Hello," chuckled Rheneas. "Here we go." "I nearly came off," fumed Duncan. "Those coaches pushed me. The fat controller says they didn't. He says I kept a bad lookout. 'We have no money to mend you,' he said, 'and if it happens again, I'll leave you in the back of the shed. Why does he always pick on me? It's not fair.'" Scarloey said nothing. He just looked at Rheneas. "As you were saying, Culdee," remarked Rheneas, "you had 2 coaches on your trial trip. Do you carry more?" "Oh no, our line is so steep that we're only allowed 1. We each have our own. Mine's called Catherine. I know her well. That's most important." "Why?" asked Sir Handel. "They're only coaches." "Ours," said Culdee, "are something more. You pull your coaches and you can see ahead. We push ours up so we can't see. They watch the line for us. The guard watches too, of course, but Catherine is so clever that I know at once if anything is wrong." "That must take a load off your mind," said Scarloey. Culdee smiled. "But not off my buffers. Climbing's hard work and needs a lot of steam. My fireman and I have a tiring time. Coming down," he went on, "is different. Catherine and I just roll. We need no steam for that." Sir Handel sighed enviously. "Oh, I should like that. With your automatic brakes it sounds like a rest." "That," replied Culdee, "was just the mistake poor Godred made." "Who," asked the little engines, "is Godred?" "Godred was our number 1 and named after a king. Perhaps that went to his smoke box and made him conceited. He never kept a good lookout. He'd roll down the line looking anywhere but the track. 'You'll have an accident,' I told him. 'I have my automatic brakes, haven't I? And driver's got his air brake. What more do you want?' 'More sense from you,' I told him. 'No engine can stop at once if he isn't ready to obey his driver's controls.'" "The first thing a young engine learns," agreed Scarloey. "Godred never learned sense. His driver and fireman and the manager all spoke to him. They even took him to pieces to see if anything was wrong, but he still carried on in the same old way." "One day I was going up and waited at a station for Godred to pass. As I waited, it happened. One moment he was on the track, the next his driver and fireman jumped clear as he rolled over. No one was hurt. His coach was still on the rails and the guard braked her to a stop. Godred looked awful. They brought him home the next day. "We have no money to mend you," said our manager, "so you'll go to the back of the shed." As time went on, poor Godred got smaller and smaller, till nothing was left. "What happened?" asked Duncan anxiously. "It's not nice to talk about," said Culdee. "But what happened? Why isn't it nice?" "Our drivers used Godred's parts to mend us," said Culdee mournfully. Sir Handel and Duncan were unusually silent long after Culdee had gone home. Scarloey and Rheneas neglected to mention that Culdee had made the story up.